Last week, I told you about the mowers only dumb people buy. The machines with plastic transmissions, paper-thin decks, and warranty programs that exist only to frustrate you. This week is different. This week, I'm showing you the exact opposite of all of that. A machine so well built, so consistently reliable, and so well supported that it almost feels unfair to everything else sitting on that showroom floor. I dug through real ownership reports, long-term reliability data, and dealer feedback to find the machine's owners almost never regret buying. These are the mowers that earned near-perfect reputations through years of proven reliability and owner trust that almost nothing else in the industry can match. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly which riding mowers are truly worth your money, and why they stand in a completely different league from everything else on the showroom floor. Let's start with something the competition hates talking about. The John Deere S130 is number one on this list, and when I say zero complaints, I mean exactly that. Not one verified long-term owner has walked away from this machine saying it let them down. That is not a marketing line. That is a pattern built over years of real ownership across thousands of machines. And it starts with where this mower comes from. Built in Greenville, Tennessee by a company engineering outdoor equipment since the 1830s, the S130 is backed by real American manufacturing and nearly 2 centuries of reputation. Now let's get into the machine itself, because this is where the zero complaint reputation gets built. The S130 runs a 22 horsepower John Deere V-twin engine with full pressure lubrication and a dedicated oil filter. Twin cylinders mean lower vibration, smoother operation, and stronger torque through thick grass, wet conditions, slopes, and long mowing sessions. The fuel tank holds 1.9 gallons and burns about 1 gallon per hour under load, giving you serious runtime before stopping. You will not find complaints about power output on this machine, because John Deere built the engine to handle the workload it was designed for. The 42-inch edge-cutting deck is built from 13-gauge steel with a deep deck design, twin blades, and electric PTO engagement. Cutting height ranges from 1 inch to 4 inches in precise quarter-inch increments, giving you real control over the final result. And here is something worth noting. Deck cracking, bracket failure, and uneven cut quality are among the most common complaints against competing machines at this price point. On the S130, those complaints are essentially non-existent, because 13-gauge welded steel does not behave like the stamped tin other brands are selling you at the same price. Holding everything together is a 12-gauge full-length welded steel frame, not stamped, not bolted, welded. That frame is exactly why there are virtually no structural complaints from long-term S130 owners. The transmission is a Kanzaki Tough Torque hydrostatic unit with side-by-side foot pedals. No clutch, no gear hunting. Just push and go. Top speed reaches 5.5 miles per hour forward and 3.2 miles per hour in reverse. The rear tires measure 20 inches by 10 inches, wider and more planted than most competitors in this class. Now here is the feature that eliminates one of the biggest problems in the residential mower category. Premature engine failure caused by neglected oil changes is everywhere across budget mower reviews. John Deere solved it with the Easy Change 30-second oil change system. One all-in-one canister, no drain plug, no spilled oil, no excuses. The S130 also comes standard with cruise control, LED headlights, a front bumper, fender flares, color-coded controls, an hour meter, an easy-read fuel gauge, and a 15-inch open-back seat with hand grips for hillside confidence. Warranty coverage is a full 2-year or 120-hour bumper-to-bumper plan backed by one of the strongest dealer networks in the country. Real dealers who answer the phone, real technicians who know the machine, real support that does not send you in circles until you give up. Warranty runaround complaints are epidemic in this industry. Current retail pricing sits at approximately $3,099 from verified John Deere dealers in 2025. Yes, that is more than a Murray, Troy-Bilt, or Craftsman. But those machines will cost you more in repairs, frustration, and lost summers than the price difference ever justified. Sitting at number 2 is the Toro Titan Max zero-turn. If you're tired of paying thousands for commercial riding mowers that beat you up on uneven ground, you are not alone. Most zero-turns look impressive until your spine takes the hit, which is why so many people are now talking about the Toro Titan Max as a near-zero complaint machine. But the real question is whether it is actually flawless or just riding a wave of marketing hype. Let's start with the fact that nobody else in this category wants to talk about. The Titan Max runs a 26-horsepower Kohler V-twin engine displacing 747 cubic centimeters, full-pressure lubricated electric start, and built to run hard without crying about it. The 60-inch iron-forged deck is constructed from grade 50 hardened 10-gauge steel with a bullnose reinforced leading edge. Deck cracking, warping, and bracket failure are among the most documented complaints against competing machines. Against grade 50 hardened steel, those complaints simply do not apply. The spindles on this machine run 1-inch diameter shafts, the same spec used on true commercial zero-turns. Budget and mid-grade residential mowers run 5/8-inch shafts. That difference in spindle diameter is the difference between a machine that lasts 3 seasons and one that's still cutting clean a decade later. Spindle failure complaints against the Titan Max are nearly non-existent, precisely because Toro built a commercial spec before residential buyers ever asked for it. Now let's talk about the transmission, because this is where the zero complaint story gets loud. The Titan Max runs dual HG Z254F hydro gear transmissions with spin-on serviceable filters. Every budget mower that has failed its owner with a $900 repair quote failed because it had a sealed, non-serviceable transmission with no maintenance path. The rear tires measure 23 inches tall with aggressive tread designed for serious traction without tearing up turf. The fuel tank holds 7 gallons, not 3 gallons, not 3.5, 7 gallons, meaning you are mowing 4 or more acres before you ever stop to refuel. Top ground speed reaches approximately 8.5 miles per hour. Cutting height adjusts from 1.5 inches to 5 inches in quarter-inch increments using a pro-style drop-pin system, the same height of cut method professional landscapers use because it is faster and more accurate than anything else on the market. The machine also comes standard with ROPS rollover protection, an air ride suspension seat, LED headlights, built-in armrests, and a removable floor pan for easy cleanup. The warranty on this machine is something Toro can say out loud, and the competition cannot match. A full 4-year or 500-hour limited warranty covering both residential and commercial use. 4 years, 500 hours. That is not a warranty designed to expire before problems show up. That is a warranty backed by over 3,000 dealers across the United States and Canada. Dealers who service what they sell and answer the phone when you need them. Current retail pricing on the Toro Titan Max. 60-inch lands at approximately $5,499 from verified Toro dealers and major retailers. Moving in at number 3 is my favorite riding mower, the Cub Cadet XT1. You want to know what separates a mower that owners brag about for years from one that ends up on Facebook Marketplace after 2 seasons with a paragraph of excuses in the listing? It is not the color. It is not the brand recognition. It is every single engineering decision made before that machine ever left the factory. And the Cub Cadet XT1 Enduro is one of those rare cases where those decisions consistently land right, backed by nearly a decade of strong real-world owner feedback. Let's start with something the budget brands quietly hope you never compare directly. The XT1 Enduro LT46 is built around a cast iron front pivot bar, not plastic, not aluminum, cast iron. The same material standard used in professional-grade outdoor equipment. That front pivot bar is the structural spine of the front axle assembly. On cheap machines, that component is plastic or stamped steel, and when it cracks or bends, which it does, it leads to poor steering, uneven cutting, and costly repairs. On the XT1, that component is cast iron from the factory, and complaints about front axle integrity on this machine are essentially non-existent because cast iron does not flex, crack, or fail under normal residential use. Now let's get into the specs because these numbers tell the whole story. The LT46 runs a 22 horsepower Kohler 7000 series V-twin engine displacing 725 cubic centimeters, fully pressure lubricated, with a dedicated oil filter and a mechanical governor that delivers consistent power whether you are cutting flat open grass or pushing up a steep hill under load. Real owners have confirmed this firsthand. One verified 2025 buyer with a heavily hilly property said he never had to push the machine to full speed on grades. It handled everything with power left over. The fuel tank holds 3 gallons, giving you solid runtime on properties up to 2 acres before refueling. The 46-inch stamped steel deck runs twin blades and delivers what Cub Cadet calls their signature cut, and owner data consistently supports that claim. Cut evenness on this machine is one of its most praised attributes across thousands of verified reviews. The Tough Torque TL200 hydrostatic transmission is foot pedal operated, no shifting, no clutch, and includes a mow-in reverse feature that many competitors charge extra for or do not offer at all. Turning radius is just 16 inches, allowing easy navigation around trees, flower beds, and tight corners. Forward top speed runs approximately 5.5 miles per hour, controlled and confident. The AGM battery is a detail most buyers overlook without realizing how important it is. Standard lead-acid batteries discharge quickly in storage, struggle after winter, and are a common complaint trigger in spring starts. The XT1 also includes cruise control, a 15-inch adjustable high-back seat with armrests, an electric PTO blade engagement system, and compatibility with a full line of attachments, including baggers, snow blades, and mulching kits. The warranty is a full 3 years of coverage against manufacturing defects, stronger than most competing residential machines at this price point. Current retail pricing sits at $2,649 from verified Home Depot listings. Now for the honest part. The XT1 LT46 uses a stamped deck, not a fabricated one. Owners wanting heavier duty construction should step up to the XT2 line. It is best suited for properties up to 2 acres on moderate terrain. Last but not least is the Husqvarna Z254F, a machine owners pull out every season, fire up on the first crank, and run all summer without dealing with repair bills, warranty runarounds, or transmission failures that outweigh the value of the machine itself. And when you look at verified long-term owner feedback, not sponsored reviews or early-stage star ratings, but real multi-season use, you see the same pattern repeated over and over by people who have actually put this machine through years of work. Let's start with the engine. The Z254F runs a 24 horsepower Kawasaki V-twin engine with 726 cubic centimeters of displacement, 44.3 cubic inches, built on a heavy-duty platform engineered for smooth, consistent, long-running power under load. This is not a Briggs & Stratton entry-level setup trying to survive heavy residential demand. This is a Kawasaki, the same engine family used in commercial-grade equipment where downtime is not acceptable. That reputation exists for one reason: they keep running when lesser engines start breaking down. Top speed reaches 6.5 miles per hour forward and 3.5 miles per hour in reverse, with a 3.5-gallon fuel tank that gives you extended runtime before refueling. The 54-inch clear-cut fabricated deck is built from welded 10-gauge steel with reinforced stress points in high-impact zones. Not stamped steel, not light-duty construction, but a welded and reinforced deck designed to handle long-term abuse without flexing or warping under load. The deck runs 3 blades and uses Husqvarna air induction technology, pulling air from both the top and bottom of the deck to lift grass before the cut. That dual airflow system is what produces a noticeably cleaner, more even finish whether you are mulching, bagging, or discharging. 6 cutting height positions give you straightforward control without complicated adjustment systems. Underneath, the frame uses a reinforced heavy-duty design with vibration isolation built in, reducing operator fatigue and separating hands, body, and controls from direct frame vibration during long mowing sessions. The transmission is a dual hydrostatic integrated unit designed specifically for zero-turn operation. Smooth response, no shifting, and no routine service intervals in normal residential use. It also includes an automatic park brake system that engages and disengages as the steering levers move, adding safety without adding steps. The removable footplate gives direct deck access for cleaning and maintenance without tools. Front wheels measure 11 by 6 inches. Rear wheels are 18 by 9.5 inches, giving the machine a stable planted stance across uneven terrain. The Z254F is manufactured by Husqvarna and backed by a 3-year homeowner limited bumper-to-bumper warranty. Current retail pricing runs approximately $3,199 to $3,499 depending on dealer and engine configuration. And that right there is everything you need to know before you ever step foot inside a mower dealership again. If this video stopped you from making a costly mistake, or helped you finally understand what separates a smart investment from an expensive regret, then this video did exactly what it was supposed to do. Don't forget to smash that like button because it genuinely helps this channel reach more people who are out here making these same expensive mistakes every single day. If you're new here, welcome! Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because we drop videos just like this one regularly, covering everything from equipment reviews to lawn care business strategies that actually work in the real world. And if you've personally owned one of the brands we talked about today, good experience or bad, drop it in the comments below. Your story might be the one that saves someone else from a serious headache.